Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about pineapples and bananas from the Dole Plantation. The funny thing is, they aren't really from the Dole Plantation. In fact, most of the pineapples that are grown are not grown in Hawaii at all. Most of them are grown in Thailand and Costa Rica and go through extensive chemical processes to make them look good. Um, Costa Rica and Thailand have a pretty good climate, which is warm or tropical, because pineapple grows best in those areas. However, they don't really let them grow to their full potential, as most of them are picked even before they are ripe, but go through a chemical process to make it taste like they are. The same thing goes for bananas, as bananas are also grown in Costa Rica, but also grown in Ecuador, Guatemala, and Honduras. These places are also pretty good climates for bananas. However, they do not grow them to their full potential, as well as most of them are also picked while they are green and go through chemical process to make them last a trip all the way to America or Hawaii. So if you check the label on bananas or pineapples, you'll see that a lot of them are grown in Thailand. And while Thailand's cash crop mainly is rice, um, they also grow pineapple a lot and a lot of bananas as well, because Dole is an international corporation, which means that they have a lot of power, and that a lot of power gives them the ability to make a lot of farms that don't really need to be made. Organic agriculture is suffering because of this in these areas. And a lot of people are in poverty because they don't have enough food or the food that will give them subsistence. So, growing actual organic agriculture could help these people. However, we're focused mostly on money and not survival of the human race. Thank you.
Pork is the most widely eaten livestock in the world, being ancestors from wild boar that were domesticated in the Middle East and China. In the US, the leaders for pork production, or the raising of sows, is the Triumph Foods from Missouri and Matt Shops in Illinois. In terms of the whole world, the leader in pork production would be WH Group in China. In all three of these locations, the climate is humid and damp, with the leading crops in all three of them being either soybean, rice, or corn. Since pigs are considered livestock according to the von Thunen model, pork would be located in the furthermost region away from the central market due to things like relatively cheap land and the ability to move pigs all the way to the central market while keeping them alive and fresh. This map shows the density of pig farms in continental United States. As you can see, most pig farms are located in central north US, where the climate is humid. The locations of the headquarters for both Triumph Foods and Matt Shops coincides with this.
So, in the United States, oranges are mainly grown in California or Florida, but the world's largest producer of oranges is actually Brazil, and they're accountable for 35% of the world's orange production. Oranges need to be grown in a tropical or subtropical climate with warm summers and mild winters. Therefore, any place that has those is a perfect place for oranges to be grown, and that makes Brazil a perfect fit. Brazil is also home to the Suco Citrico Cutrale Company, which is headquartered in Araraquara, Brazil. And the Suco Citrico Cutrale Company is the world's largest producer of oranges. Brazil is also known for their coffee and soybean production. So on this Von Thunen model, you can see that I covered the first section orange, which is the intensive farming and dairying area, and that's centered right around the market. And I colored it orange because that represents that is where the oranges are grown, and they're grown there because they're fresh produce. They need to be taken to the market as soon as possible to sell.
These are Kirkland Signature ground beef patties, and they are made of cattle. and the cattle are raised in central Australia. And they're raised here in a semi-arid climate because they need a lot of area to graze and grow, and the climate best suits them here. And even though the cattle is raised in Australia, Kirkland is an American company, and its headquarters are located in Brentwood, Tennessee. And using the von Thunen model, we can assume that this product is made in the outer layer of the model because of the fact that it has legs to walk and move towards the marketplace, plus the fact that it needs so much area to grow. Goat milk, but we're going to pretend it is. Anyways, I researched a product called Marenberg Goat Products, and it's located in the Mediterranean climate of Central California in a town called Tutlock. And I believe that in the von Thunen model, it is located on the innermost section of the model due to the fact that dairy spoils quickly and it is in high commodity and is preferred to be fresh.